All right. So just in your kneeling position, we're just going to lean backwards and forwards. Sweeping the arms up. Push the hips forward, push the hips back. And then hold the arms up. And we're taking right arm turn to right side, leaning over, and left to left. Just going side to side at your own pace. One more. And just bring the hands in front, twisting gently around to one side. Just hold it here. And then around to the other side. And just hold here, so without sort of bringing the rest of you. And then one more to the other side. And the other side. Good. All right. So today is all about the planks. So we're going to do a bunch of different planks, but I'll intersperse them with other exercises so that you're not doing just planking. All right. So we're going to start with a plank though, and it's a high plank. So we're on our hands. So remember, you can elevate any of these, all right, to make them easier. And let's go. So in your full push-up position, so your hands are underneath your shoulders. So spread your fingers to take your weight through your whole hand. So I want to press your fingers down. And then we'll also, while you're here, let's make sure we're locking out those arms nice and straight. And then feel those shoulder blades separating. All right. And then bringing your feet together. You can have them apart if you need to make it easier. Or you can then take them apart, do a couple of little shoulder taps in the last few seconds. And there's our time. All right. Plank one down. We've got 8 of them. All right. So next one. We're on our back. And we're going to go with some leg lowers. So our legs are up. Remember, legs bent, straight, or single legs. All right. And let's do it. So lower down and up. All right. Now you can always have your head down. Remember to press your lower back into the floor. Now here, if you want to add to this, all right, you can always add the arms and make it a little jack. Nice. All right, and remember, you can always have your head down. Press your lower back into the floor. And there's our time. So plank number 2 is a low plank. So we're on our elbows. Sorry, just need a sip. Ready, and let's do it. So now our elbows are underneath our shoulders, palms down, back nice and flat. Again, we want to separate those shoulder blades. Head looking forward. Okay, 10 more seconds. And time. While we're down here, let's stay on our stomach. And we're going to go into some skydivers. So now our arms are out to the side at right angles. Okay. Bend your knees. Now, if you can't do all of this at the same time, you can do one or the other. So you can lift your chest and then try and lift your thighs. So you've got to squeeze your glutes. Otherwise, you're going to do them both at the same time. Head looking down. Let's do it. We want to lift the chest and lift the thighs. Right, so thighs are off the floor. That's them down, up. All right, lifting here. But you don't want to like arch back. All right, so you can lift and lower. You can hold for the whole time. So up to you. You can go down and up, or you can hold. Okay, you've got 15 seconds. Maybe you can hold this last 15 seconds. And there's our time. All right, so we're back into our plank. Now this time we're going to jack the feet. All right, so they're going to go out and in. You're either going to tap out or jump out. Now, if you do a plank on your knees, keep trying to get onto your toes, okay? Don't do all the fancy stuff if you can't do it on your toes. Ready? Let's go. So you're either tapping out to the side or jumping. Now here, make sure when you do this, if you're doing a high impact, that you don't let your hips drop down, okay? Brace. Or tap. Get a little leg workout here as well. Ten seconds. Last one. And time. Woo. All right. We are coming up for Spider-Mans. So we're bringing our knees to the outside of the elbow. Go back to your high plank position, all right, your push-up position. Bring your knee to the outside. Ready? Let's do it. You have to bring your body weight forward. All right, get that knee all the way up to touch. Or have your hands elevated, remember? Really feeling those obliques and core back. Ten seconds. And time. So we're only going to go through all of these once. So it might be a fraction of a shorter session. Put them all in. All right, so now we're going to flip over onto our back. So we're doing butt or bridge. So we've got feet down. We're going to lift our heels up. So we're going to come up onto our tippy toes. You ready? Let's go. So keep the hips up and just now lift and lower the heels. So doing a little calf raise. but keep those hips up and those glutes engaged. That's it, just moving, lifting the hips, the heels. If that's too hard, just do one heel at a time. All right, just alternate or just hold. All right, you're almost there. And time. Good. All right, so now we're coming back over and we're going into dolphin. So it's like a down dog on our elbows. So now you can actually have your hips up. So for all of you that have your bum in the air, here's your chance. All right. So again, hands are going to be like this. So your elbows are under your shoulders, but you're kind of like in that triangle with your hands. Okay. Are you ready? And let's do it. So now we want to push up. So we're in that little A-frame position. So walk your feet in. So you can get your heels towards the ground. Your head is just looking slightly back. Just relax it down. And then you're going to see if you can walk your feet in a little bit closer towards you. And just hold here. Now, if you want, you can then walk your feet back out and slide them out if you're on carpet into plank, and then walk back in again. And there's our time. That wasn't that bad. All right, flipping back onto your bottom. We're going to go into Russian twists. So you've got feet down, you've got feet up to you, but the hands are in front. Go this way. Ready to rotate? Let's go. So remember, our chest rotates, okay? Don't do this, all right? Rotate your chest. Keep your back nice and straight as well. And there's our time. Good. Now we're doing a side plank. All right. So if you're doing this from knees, make sure that your legs are tucked back behind you. All right. I'll put it this way. So you've got that straight line from your knee, all right, up here. So my knees are not here, all right, here. They're back here. So I've got that straight line. Or then I straighten out my legs. You ready? We've got 30 seconds. Let's do it. Now with your head, don't look at your feet. Look forward. All right, so keep your head in that straight line as well. 5 seconds. And time. Flip to the other side. And let's go. Now you can always try this on your hands as well. Ten seconds. Keep those hips up. And time. That's nice and easy. So now let's lie back for normal crunches. So our feet are off the ground at tabletop. Right, knees over the hips, not in here. All right, should be able to see your toes. And let's do it. Keep your head and shoulders off the floor. So you want to keep your chin tucked in towards your chest. Relax your jaw. And there's our time. Good. All right, coming back over. We're going into drop planks. So that's from our hands to our elbows. All right. You ready? Find your full push-up position. And let's go. So down and up. And then change the arm that you lead with. And make sure that you keep your hips still. All right? And try not to rock your hips. Now do it from your knees if you find you're rocking your hips. And there's our time. All right. We are back onto our back. So we're doing a single leg butt lift. Remember, keep both feet down if you need to. Ready? Let's go. One leg up. Push up and down. Okay, getting ready. Change legs. Squeezing that one side. And time. Whew. So back over for our plank. Now, if you do a plank on your knees, this is what you're going to do. So you're on your knees here, keep your toes curled, and you're going to be trying to go up. Take one knee off the ground or both knees. All right. And we're going to do the same thing from our plank. All right. We're going to drop both knees down and up, but they're not touching. They just barely touch. All right. Ready? Let's go. All right. Now we're also going to add a little rock. Forwards, back, knee drop and up. Forwards, back, knee drop and up. All right, so a rock and a knee drop. That's if you do it on your toes. All right, so if you're doing it from your knees, you're just trying to come up to your toes and back down again. All right, so you're just lifting your knees instead of dropping them. 10 seconds. And time. Whew. All right, flip over. We've got cycle crunches or oblique crunches. Okay, so onto your back. Ready? Let's do it. So cycle crunches or leave the legs at tabletop and do the obliques. Not about doing them fast. On. Come over onto hands and knees. All right, so we're doing opposite arm and leg extensions. All right, pointers, supermans, whatever you want to call them. All right, or on your toes. Okay, so I'm going to do them on my toes. You ready? Let's do it. Now you can also remember do these off a step, off a chair to be elevated. And that makes it easier if you want to try it on your toes. We're halfway. Last one. And time. And then our last exercise is back onto our side for another side plank. We're adding on to it. If you do this normally on your knees, then try a little bit on your toes, okay? Otherwise, if you do it on from your toes, from your feet, we're going to do some hip drops. All right, you ready? We've got 30 seconds. All right, so you can either hold here again or add the hip drops. Okay, we've got 5 seconds. Time. Next, swap sides. So, our last 30 seconds. Ready? Let's go. 5 seconds. And time. Ah, there we go. Ooh, take a seat. And just roll the shoulders around. And now just twisting around side to side. And then hold here. Other side. And then planting your right hand down next to you on the right side. Lean over to the right. Keep your left sit bone down. And then over to the other side. So it was a little bit shorter this week. Just a few minutes. I'm sure you'll survive. Well done. Enjoy your planks.